let me talk to you about how to attempt the FMG paper, what things you should keep in mind, and how you should manage your time well during the exam, how to make sure that you don't get those questions wrong, is there any trick to it. Now, what should be the question attempting strategy when you are sitting in the exam? Hello बच्चों, क्या हाल चाल है? Now, FMG exam is just round the corner. The exam is on 17th January, right? So in this video, let me talk to you about how to attempt the FMG paper. Now, this video is not going to be on what should be the preparation strategy for the upcoming FMG exam, nothing of that sort. All of you already know all this stuff. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about that when you are sitting in the exam, what things you should keep in mind, and how you should manage your time well during the exam, right? I also tell you about how to manage long stem questions, clinical vignettes, image based questions, how to make sure that you don't get those questions wrong, if there any trick to it. So my name is Dr. Rishabh Jain. I'm a faculty of radiology with PW Medit, and let me start with just saying that we already know the exam is on 17th January, and we know that the exam is of 300 questions, right? So it's of two parts, part A and part B, each of 150 questions each, and you get 2.5 hours each for each part. So in short, 150 questions, 150 minutes. Now we know that there is no negative marking. So number one rule is we have to attempt all questions. Okay, everybody already know this. Now, what is the breakup of each subject? So again, this is available on the website, and I'm sure all of you already know about it. But as we can see from this table, that the majority of weightage is for medicine and surgical allied specialties, right? So medicine, 33 questions, general surgery, 32 questions, and their minors, respectively, 5 questions each. So what I would typically say is that for a major subject like medicine and surgery, try to read your main notes again, go through them again. For, let's say, your minor subjects, psyche, derma, ophtha, ortho, radio, anesthesia, ENT, they have a little, not ophtha, sorry, not ophtha, ENT have 15 questions each. But let's say psyche, derma, radiotherapy, orthopedics, anesthesia, radiodiagnosis, you can just go through the rapid revision notes of these subjects. That should suffice. Now, radiology covers both radiotherapy and radiodiagnosis, because all radiology faculties teach both of these things. So radiology has a slightly more weightage than other minors. And thankfully, I'm a radiology faculty, so you have to study my subject as well, right? Now, amongst minors, often ENT are very important. They carry around 15 questions weightage each. And again, obs and gynae is the most important. Obs and gynae and PSM, in my opinion, are the most important subjects. 30 questions, right? So, major में सबसे important क्या है? Obs and gynae and PSM. Now, minors have a little less weightage. Path, biochem, path, micropharma, 13 questions each. Anatomy, physio, biochem, 17 questions each. Now, again, forensic here, you can see 10 questions coming from forensic. It's a gold mine. One day you will read forensic, you'll get 10 questions correct. And most of the questions in forensic are easy. If you have read the notes well, you will be able to answer them. Okay. Now, what should be the question attempting strategy when you are sitting in the exam? So, there are three types of questions. So, in the first reading, you only mark those questions which you are 100% sure of. So, in the cycle one of our doing the question, we will mark the short questions. This has to be done fast, and don't mark them for review, please. ठीक है, हमें इन पे वापस नहीं आना है. In the cycle 2, we will cover those questions in which you are 50-50%. Like आपको दो options rule out कर दिए, दो option बचे हैं. Now these questions maybe you can mark for review, which you can review later on. And in the cycle 3, you will do the tough questions जिनका आपको idea नहीं है. अब attempt हमें सारे ही करने हैं because there is no negative marking. But इनमें हमें last में आना है. We'll attempt these towards the end. Now, how to handle long clinical vignettes? So read the last line first. In a long stem questions in which there is a clinical scenario given, last में वो पूछते हैं what will be the next step. Now this next step, then read the options. If he or she asking about the management, or he or she is asking about the investigation which is to be done next, or if the person is asking the pathology कि आपको FNAC में क्या मिलेगा, for example, what findings will you find on FNAC? And accordingly, you then read the whole question. Look for the buzzwords. Okay, कि अगर fungal, TB, viral, ये सब दे रखा है, तो लुक फॉर द कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग बज़वर्ड्स कि एडीए देखूंगा मैं, ट्रीन बर्ड अपीयरेंस देखूंगा, कैस्टिएटिंग ग्रैनुलोमास देखूंगा. So for long stem clinical questions, read the last line first, then go to the options, then read the stem of the question and look for buzzwords. Now, what are some intelligent guessing strategies? So कभी-कभी कुछ भी नहीं समझ आ रहा होता है ऑप्शंस में, आपको क्वेश्चन ही नहीं पता होता, but still you are able to rule out two options. So look for extreme words कि statements दे रखे होते हैं कि 100% of individuals show this finding. Now 100% बहुत ही कम चीजें होती हैं रेडियोलॉजी में, ठीक है. सो दैट ऑप्शन इज अनलाइकली टू बी करेक्ट. सिमिलरली ऑलवेज अगर आता है किसी ऑप्शन में, नेवर सीन आता है अनलाइकली, ठीक है. 100% बहुत कम चीजें होती है मेडिसिन में. सिमिलर लुकिंग ऑप्शंस, कभी कभी आपको दो ऑप्शंस ऐसे मिलते हैं कि विच साउंड सिमिलर, तो मोस्ट ऑफ देम, मोस्ट लाइकली बोथ ऑफ देम आर रॉन्ग, ठीक है. Now, avoid common traps. Obviously, this goes without saying. You have to read the last line of the question very well. Don't forget to read except, not, incorrect, not true, not correct. ऑप्शन में आता है कि विच ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू एक्सेप्ट, मतलब आपको फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट देखना है, या विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑप्शंस इज इनकरेक्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मोडालिटी इज इनकरेक्ट, तो आपको फॉल्स वाली देखनी है. तो अगेन अवॉइड दीज कॉमन ट्रैप्स. Now for image based questions, what will we follow? We'll first see the image, get to know what they're asking us, then read the options and then read the question. ठीक है. Now finally, what should be the strategy during the break? आपको part A and part B में break मिलेगा. So avoid discussing your question paper with other friends. It will only create anxiety. And part B में फिर आप anxiously जाओगे. ठीक है, आपको लगेगा कि यार ये मैंने तो ऑलरेडी गलत कर दिया है, अब now I'm in a lot of pressure to mark a lot of questions correct. So please avoid discussing question paper. जितना आप कूल माइंड से जाओगे पार्ट बी में, उतना अच्छा होने वाला है. लाइट फूड लो ब्रेक में एंड हाइड्रेट योर सेल्फ वेल एंड डू अ मेंटल रीसेट. जब आप जा रहे हो एग्जाम देने पार्ट बी में, गो विद अ फ्रेश माइंड कि जो हुआ सो हुआ, अभी आई एम गोइंग इन अ न्यू एग्जाम, ठीक है. सो दीज आर माई फ्यू इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंटर्स फॉर योर FMG एग्जाम. So all the very best. If you have any questions, please do mention them in the comment section.